We are going to talk about consistency and discipline. Achieving our goals is the new year. We have a lot of motivation to accomplish our new year goals. And I want us to maintain that motivation, to maintain it throughout the year. So we are going to talk about consistency and also discipline while I try to make lunch. So we will see how this goes. I have done a video like this before, so we will see how it goes. I try to make lunch. All right. So I usually get this meal prep for it is. The meal comes, it has a recipe. That's what I'm gonna make today. It has a recipe, so it makes things really easy for me to do. I don't have to worry about a lot of things. I still do groceries, but this simplifies everything for me. Like I said, talking about motivation, staying motivated, talking about discipline and consistency. One thing about the beginning of the year is that we have all the excitement because there is some sort of newness to it, right? We have this renewed sense of energy. We want to achieve our goals. So we have that energy to go into it and all of that. And then the is showing that motivation dies out in faith or it reduces in faith that about 80% of people drop off or 80% of people have a new sense of energy so they don't get their goals accomplished. So I think that's a lot of people. 80% is a lot. Even 1% is a lot. I think for me, one of the things that helps is that consistency, being consistent and also having discipline. As adults, we no longer have parents who are going to tell us, oh, this is what you have to do, this is what you don't have to do. We don't have to can provide that structure for us. So we have to be the ones to give ourselves that structure. We have to give ourselves that guidance. So I think that's where being disciplined comes in. And it is tough. I can say for myself, it is tough to be disciplined. It's tough to stay within the structure that's going to help me to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. One of those things is if I say I'm going to go to bed at 9, it means I actually have to be in bed at 9. So what that also means is that I have to prepare my day in a way that I go to bed at 9, right? So let's say I tell myself I want to wake up, exercise, do a morning routine before I get work done and all of that. That means that being disciplined in that sense means that my day, in order for me to go to bed early, it starts from the morning. In order for me to wake up early in the morning, it has to do with my evening. So everything is interconnected. So if I want to have, let's say, 8 hours of sleep, right? And I want to wake up by 6 a.m. Some people say they want to wake up by 5 a.m. That means that you have to be in bed by 9 p.m. So finding out, okay, that means I have to be in bed by 9 p.m. You stay on social media, that means I have to get off social media, close my phone, and make sure that I am in bed by 9 p.m. So that's the discipline part of it, doing the things that you have to do in order to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. It's not going to be pretty sometimes. You're going to struggle, you're going to stumble along the way. It's not going to be pretty when you are doing those things. You may do things that you don't like. But again, when you think about children or parents guiding their children, there are things that sometimes parents let children go to bed that children don't like. They don't want to go to bed. They want to sit down, maybe be on their phone, watch TV, all of these things. But parents know that, okay, you need 8 hours of sleep. So you now being that parent or being that person to give your structure, you tell yourself that I am going to go to bed at 8. At 8, the phone is shut off. I get off social media. I could tell you, social media is one of those things that take our time. I get off social media, all of that. That's part of the discipline. Maybe during the weekdays, you don't go out, so you know that I'm in bed. Sometimes you have to let your friends know that, oh, please don't invite me out during the weekdays because this is the schedule that I have for myself. On the weekend, you can invite me out. On the weekend, I want to stay out a little bit longer. So again, that discipline. Because one thing I've learned about discipline and setting goals is that nobody's gonna achieve your goals for you. It's your goals. So what that means that you have to be the one doing the work, putting in what it takes to achieve those goals that you want for yourself, right? If you want to eat healthy, whatever it is that you set for yourself, you are the one who is going to have to do it. And staying disciplined helps for the days when you don't feel motivated. And that's going to, like I said, by next month, that new sense of energy, that new sense of motivation reduces. So staying disciplined helps that, okay, it doesn't feel good, but I'm going to be disciplined about this. I said I'm going to do this. So I'm going to do this. I see a lot of people, maybe alcohol, giving up sugar. I said I'm not going to eat sugar and I'm going to continue not eating sugar. I have to be disciplined. It's not the people around me. The people around me, they could eat sugar because they don't have that goal. But I have to be disciplined in order not to eat sugar. So it completely depends on you. And then the other thing, consistency. That's a big one. I'm trying to figure out. I have the recipe here, so I'm trying to figure out where everything goes. All right. And so the other thing is consistency. That is it, right? Consistency. If there is, I've learned about consistency, working with clients as a therapy, and also being in therapy myself. When it comes to goals, like I said, our motivation reduces as the time goes on. We feel like I don't want to do this anymore, all of that. But consistency, doing it every day, it becomes a part of it. It becomes a routine, going together with discipline. Okay, I'm going to be consistent with this. That's how we develop habits, or we develop new patterns. The research is showing that it takes about 21 days to form new habits. Some people are saying it may take longer than that, it may take shorter than that, but the average is showing that about 21 days. And that 21 days comes when you've been doing something consistently, consecutively. So it's not doing it and stopping, doing it and stopping, but it's when you have been doing it all the time and then it becomes a part of you. You do it to the point that when you are doing it, it becomes, in a way, second nature to you. We learn to walk, we learn to ride a bike, we learn to do all of these things, even brushing your teeth at some point. Can you imagine? Okay, you think about it. At some point, you didn't know how to brush your teeth. It took consistency, it took guiding you through it. That now, hopefully, you brush your teeth. When you brush your teeth, we don't think about it. It becomes second nature. One of the things that I do is that I have to take a shower every night before I go to bed. If I don't take a shower, I cannot go to bed. So taking a shower, taking a bath, it's a part of me. It's become like my body or my skin. It's a part of me. If I don't take a shower or if I don't take a bath and I go to bed, I cannot sleep. It feels so uncomfortable. I feel so uncomfortable in my skin. But the moment I take a shower and I go to bed, it feels like I've washed the day. This is something that when I was a child, my grandmother had to run after me every night to take a shower. She has to run around me again, giving me that discipline. Run. I will cry. I don't want to take a shower. But because I've been doing it consistently all the time, every night, it is expected of me. Now it's become second nature that I cannot imagine a night where I do not take a shower and then go to bed. So if you are going to achieve your goals, consistency and discipline is going to help you achieve your goals. And a point that I want to make here also is that I'm talking about these things. Talk is easy. Talking about it, it's easy. Put it into practice, that's the difficult part of it. I'm talking about it, it's easy to talk about it. But when the times comes to put it into practice. That's the goal. So a way that helps me to stay disciplined is looking at my goals. I use the example of going to bed. What am I going to need to get to that going to bed early? I use the example of I want to get 8 hours of sleep. What is going to help me to get that 8 hours of sleep? One thing is that I want to do this year is I want to be in church every Sunday, and my church is only an hour. I want to go in the morning, go at 9:30, get done by 10:30. Then I want to go grocery shopping, get my car wash, get some flowers, which is my Sunday routine. So that means is that I have to be in bed by 10 or by 11 on Saturday because I want to get enough sleep and I want to be in bed for a long time on Saturday or Saturday night to Sunday morning. So I go to bed wake up by 8, get ready for church, do all of these things. I can completely say, oh, I don't want to get up or I don't want to go to church because nobody is requiring me to, nobody's forcing me to go to church. But I know that going to church helps with my self-care. It helps me to stay motivated. When I get motivated, I get new energy for the week. It also helps with my mental health and my spiritual as well, growing my spirituality. So I know the results that I'm getting from it. And I know that, yes, I'm at a point where nobody requires me to go to church. So I have to have that discipline for myself. So I have to be the one to stay disciplined. I have to be the one to say that, oh, okay, I can stay out until this time. I'm a person who doesn't go out a lot. I'm a person who doesn't stay out for that long. So that could be easy for me. I think about the results of what this goal is going to do for me. And then I'm like, okay, I have to do this. This is something I want to do every Sunday. And then another thing that helps me to stay on the path of discipline and consistency is that a lot of us, we overwhelm ourselves. We're like, oh, 3 months I want to do this, 1 year I want to do this. Versus you set the goal and then you work backwards. Okay, this is the goal for the year. 3 months, this is what I can achieve towards the goal. In a day, this is what I can do towards the goal, so that it doesn't feel like, oh, I have this big goal that I have to achieve for the year, but it feels like these little steps that you're taking towards your goal. The overall goal for me is peace, being healthy, being in a calm space, all of these things. So the little things, going to church every Sunday. I'm not like, oh, I have to do this. The big goal is, oh, I have to attend all of these services in this year, but every Sunday. So I take one Sunday at a time. The Sunday comes. I know this morning it was really comfortable in bed. And I was like, you know what? This is the goal I've set for myself. This is what I get out of church. So I'm going to go. And then the other thing that helps with consistency is you get to define consistency for yourself. I know we may think, oh, consistency every day, every minute. But no, for you, does consistency mean every other day or every other week or every 3 weeks? What does that consistency mean? It's a consistency that you can attain, that is attainable for you and achievable. For example, is one of the goals that I set for myself this year is to be consistent with creating content for social media, with creating content for Instagram, for YouTube, and for TikTok. And then when I sat down, I asked myself, what is doable for me based on the time that I have? I'm a therapist. I see clients every supervisor. I'm another counselors. I'm a PhD student. I have school assignments, all of that. I'm a business owner, so I have a business to run. So what is doable for me? I look and I'm like, okay, I can make videos for YouTube every week. All right. And then I thought about, okay, when am I going to make those videos? And I'm like, okay, I see people making videos when they're cooking, when they're cleaning, when they're doing that. Maybe I could do that for myself. In that way, I'm doing two things at the same time, like I'm doing right now. I'm making dinner while at the same time we are talking, we are having a conversation. So I'm creating that video that then saves me some time for myself. It saves the time that I will finish making food, then I have to do a new content. Before I do content, sitting down. But now I'm like, okay, I'm going to experiment with new things, with what works with my schedule. So being consistent, I'm going to try and post every week. I could only do YouTube videos weekly. Because when I do the video, I am the person that has to edit it and all of that. And I know that takes time. So I'm like, okay, I have the time to do it every week. There are people who videos every other week, every month. There are people who post videos every day. And I'm like, that cannot work for me. That's not sustainable for me. That level of consistency, it's not sustainable for me. I could burn out easily. So what is sustainable for me? The consistency that is sustainable for me is that I can do every week videos. So that's what I'm gonna try and do every week videos. And then I can do when I'm doing something. Maybe we would do a video where I'm cleaning my apartment. We will talk. I'm cooking. We will talk. I'm working on my notes. We will talk. So find a level of consistency that works for you. You get to in a way, I would say, define what consistent mean for you. All right. So I hope these tips help with kind of attaining or achieving your goals. And I will show a video of the food when it's done. But I hope this video helps. If you have any questions about mental health, please put it in the comment section. Questions about becoming a therapist, put it in the comment section. Subscribe, put the notification bell on so that when new videos you'll know that they come. Any topics about life that you want to talk about, you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section. And I want to know also from you what helps you to stay motivated to achieve your goals throughout the year. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all social media platforms is Alice Mills My. And I will see you next week. Have a great day on purpose.